Diego.
Hey, Jayce, congratulations on the win and your return to Arlington.
It's good. It was needed, especially after the last five. And we played a pretty complete game tonight, which was good to see. Like that, Davies kind of set the tone and did a good job. And then from the at-bat standpoint, it was probably maybe our best game of just kind of staying in the middle of the field and saw a lot of good barrels and good line drives, and it was good to get those runs on the board. And I think also it was big. I think we punched out the first two batters of the game, and we went a pretty big pocket of the game, without punching out. And had a lot of base runners on and had some scoring opportunities. So I thought overall it was good. It was needed, and we can do it again tomorrow.
Obviously, the Fernando fireworks took control of the situation down the end, but the game was actually decided earlier on. How encouraging was it that you actually were able to get some production out of the rest of your lineup to get that gaining going?
It was really good, and it's really nice when you have a night where basically everybody contributed and came up and had big at bats and grinded at bats and come up with big hits. So it was really good. 1 through 9, just the guys going up and contributing, and like I said, I thought they did a good job of using the big part of the field tonight.
And as far as Fernando goes, did you have a home run tonight that was more impressive than the other, the 2-iron to left field or the opposite field grand slam?
They're both pretty impressive. I mean, the first one, as low as it was in this ballpark and how big it is, was pretty impressive for sure.
How important was Matt Strom's outing tonight and being able to come in and shut down that rally they were trying to get going?
Crucial, critical. That's where we've had some rough patches for sure, and for Strom to limit damage and leave it there, and then they were quick innings. He got us back in there, and then we were able to add on after that. But I thought maybe at the time he came in, you could feel the momentum kind of swing where we had the momentum early. It was definitely starting to swing, and I thought Strom stopped it and put it back on our side with his performance.
Thanks, Jayce.
All right, go to Kevin Acey.
Hey, Jayce, your look at Fernando when he came in the dugout after the grand slam, what was that look?
It was a learning opportunity.
Okay. I think he was talked to on the bench. Obviously, the Rangers were upset. Briefly, what is that learning opportunity?
Just to make sure we get the signs 3-0 in that game. Just to make sure, and he's young, a free spirit, and focused, and all those things. And that's the last thing that we'll ever take away. But it's a learning opportunity, and that's it. And he'll grow from it.
I'm sure you would have loved to see Zach go longer, the situation of the game and all that. But what was your goal there with him starting the 6th? What were you thinking?
We wanted to get Santana, and then the idea with the two Frazier, who's seen a lot of Davies in the past, or a little bit of Davies in the past, and Gallo to Solak. Was hoping Pierce was able to get through that a little bit cleaner. Go to Jake.
Hey, Jayce, kind of back to that learning opportunity you talked about. Do you feel that ball thrown behind Machado was intentional?
I mean, it doesn't matter. It was the only ball that went behind them tonight. So.
Okay. As far as Fernando goes, you've been around a lot of different people with a ton of different talent in your walk through baseball. You ever seen anybody like Fernando?
No. Go to AJ Cassavell.
I think all mine were asked, so I'll ask a couple kind of follow-up. Do you have a starter for tomorrow yet, or is that coming after you
Yeah,
talk to
we're
him?
going to go with Maury Home. We're going to go with him.
Okay. And so I guess what are the expectations from him after the call-up?
He's been, stretching out a little bit. He's been, preparing to start, and our expectations are for him to go out, to compete, to fill up the zone, and give us a chance to win. So, excited for him to go tomorrow.
Do you have any updates on Kirby?
He saw Dr. Meister earlier today and got very similar information that he had on the first one. I think our expectations is he's probably going to be done for the year, and if he proceeds with the information of the two doctors, he's probably looking at a scope job at the back of the elbow, and if that does happen, it's safe to say his season will or would be done.
Troy Hirsch next.
Jayce, for baseball fans who may not understand exactly the significance of swinging at 3-0, what's that learning opportunity? What should he have done? What's supposed to happen in that situation?
It probably starts with just picking up the sign. I think like the learning opportunity, and just so you know, a lot of our guys have green light, 3-0. But in this game in particular, we had a little bit of a comfortable lead, and we're not trying to run up the score or anything like that. And so put on the take sign and probably see a strike right there.
Thank you, Jayce.
I think we have one last question from Kevin AC.
Hey, Jayce, this version of Austin Hedges, I imagine what you had hoped you would see, a guy who's getting on base at 320, 330. Is this the kind of guy that can play some more?
This is a little bit, for the last week, this has been more the version of what we saw in the summer COVID camp. I think he has done a good job of swinging less and letting the at-bats come to him a little bit deeper. I think he's slowed down. I think he's starting to see the ball. He's not as jumpy. These are the type at-bats. And then when he's having opportunities to move guys, he's done a good job with his bunt game when he's advancing runners. And I think the main thing is just shrinking the zone and swinging less. And for the last couple of days with those at-bats, he's been a part of the line continuing to move and been a productive piece for our offense.
I just got one more. You mentioned basically what happened in this game. The first 7 runs were exactly what you mentioned before the game. Do you think you'll do that more often? Mention what you would like your team to do in terms of
like
moving the line, yep, and hitting line drives and all that.
Yeah, I think we've had some good moments of the year. With the offense, we've had some slower moments, and for the most part, we've had some games where we hit some home runs. But in general, I think our better offensive games have just been kind of 1 through 9 grinding. Being very selective, shrinking their zone, and so I think that's a good formula for winning. I think it's good, and it's especially good when you're playing a 4-game set, and you can do that on day one and maybe wind down or grind down other teams' bullpens and things like that. So I think it's a part of us playing one of our highest levels of offensive baseball.